Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. And I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, It's a rocky road that we're seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is gonna... He say he's the king. And this Vicious right here. I ain't never seen a king hold his kingdom down when you have a vicious crew come through. We coming through. Hear what I say? We vicious. We ain't just boxing. We doing this. Be prepared. Stop playing with my youngin'.
Tension hit a peak in the boxing world when GervontaDavis's trainer fired back at Floyd Mayweather with a harsh insult, calling him a loser. This came right after Lamont Roach openly backed Mayweather. The clash shows a deepening divide between Davis's team and Mayweather's camp, revealing the strong loyalty and growing rivalry shaping the sport's biggest names. This latest incident adds more drama to Davis's rise and brings renewed attention to Mayweather's often debated legacy.
That's true. So Calvin, I'm almost done with this interview. What did Floyd Mayweather tell you after the fight? Because he was very happy. He was excited.
Man, that's my man. Everybody, man, me and Floyd, man. I mean, being with Floyd, man, it gave me, man, it changed my view on being, looking at TV, watching boxing, around one of the greats, man, being around one of the greats, and people don't know Floyd, man. He a down-to-earth guy, man. He loved the sport. He loved the fighters. You know what I'm saying? And when he starting to understand Tank now. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to be the best promoter, you know what I'm saying, out there. I say, Floyd, I need Pretty Boy. Talk about your fighters, man. You pump your fighters up. And he doing it. He said, man, I want to be around winners. And that will push the coaches, and that will push the fighters.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is widely known as one of the greatest boxers ever. With a perfect 50-0 record, titles in 5 different weight classes, and a flashy style that dominated pay-per-view, his mark on boxing is clear. His defensive skills and smart strategy changed the game, while his sharp business moves made him one of the richest athletes in the world.
Floyd situation, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. And I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, It's a rocky road that we're seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to rebuild itself, But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. 'Cause they can't stand it, Calm is I don't like using that word calm, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows. The gym. Y'all little youngins keep putting in work, man. Hunt, Steve, all our new coaches, man. Day, I mention y'all, man. Y'all keep putting in the works, man, because guess what? When we gone, y'all gotta hold the house down. You have to hold the house down. You got to hold the house down. I need y'all to hold the house down.
After retiring from the ring, Mayweather moved into mentoring and promoting, using his influence to support rising stars like GervontaDavis. His guidance helped these fighters access top training and major promotional deals. However, Mayweather's bold personality continues to spark mixed reactions. Some respect his drive and achievements, while others question his attitude, the way he manages fighters, and his role in various controversies.
Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, I hope all you guys are staying well, keeping safe. Everything good wherever you are. And I wanted to get talking about something which is quite a big topic in boxing as of today. Floyd Mayweather and GervontaDavis. There seems to be a serious rift, and it seems to be the rift is getting wider and wider. The beef, or the clear showing that these two are not getting on is quite clear for everyone to see, on whether it's on social media, whether it's the comments that are being made by both men. GervontaDavis reacted to Floyd Mayweather explaining why he did a press conference on the same day that, you know, Gervonta had a press conference, and he said they offered him $1 million for that particular press conference, and Michael Benson reported this, and GervontaDavis quoted the tweet and said "lol" on top of it, because GervontaDavis apparently was quoted saying that it doesn't matter how much money a man has, he can still be jealous. Like, why Floyd would be jealous of GervontaDavis? You know, GervontaDavis, I like GervontaDavis. I think he's a very exciting talent, very good fighter.
Calvin Ford has been a key part of Gervonta journey, guiding him through both career highs and personal struggles. As his longtime trainer, Ford has helped mold Davis into a world-class fighter. But his role goes further. He also serves as a mentor and trusted advisor, supporting Davis in handling relationships with major names in the boxing world, including Floyd Mayweather.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had the train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left. And unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like, dang, do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
Ford has repeatedly downplayed the tension between Davis and Mayweather, describing it as a normal part of a young fighter's rise in the sport. He compares it to what Mayweather went through early in his own career, pointing out that these kinds of struggles are just part of the learning curve as Davis starts to take more control of his business and career decisions.
Who do you want to see? You, as a guy that's in his training, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down to, we working on the big 4. It was Garcia, that's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He know he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight. It's just right now, who's going to take the fight? That's the question.
Ford believes that despite the recent disagreements, the professional bond and mutual respect between Mayweather and Davis are still solid, thanks to their shared history and ties, especially through influential boxing manager Al Haymon. Speaking at a recent press conference, Ford explained that Davis's frustrations are normal for a young fighter trying to gain more independence and learn the business side of boxing. He stressed that the core team, including Haymon, is key in helping guide Davis's career, and any issues with Mayweather are just minor bumps, not serious threats to their overall relationship.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then he's one of the guys that held a lot of this, like, this whole family together. Him with Kenny, but for sure, like, them two, they held the whole camp together, for sure.
Wouldn't be here without him? Would you say that? Without Calvin?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be here without him. Just off of the fact of when I was coming to the gym, I was getting that love that I ain't have at home type stuff. So it was always like, Calvin, saying I walked through the gym, Calvin, like, looking for him type stuff.
Yeah, he told me he used to come to the gym and you'd be outside, sleep in front of the gym, in front of the door.
Yeah, I used to run I go to school, and then from school, I go straight to the gym, don't tell my grandma or nothing. Just go straight to the gym. And the gym was closed. The gym didn't even, I used to get out of school probably 3 o'clock, and the gym didn't open till like 4:30. I'd just be outside just sleeping on the front of the gym, just waiting.
Ford, known for his commitment and guidance, has been a steady force in Davis's life since his teenage years. He's helped Davis handle the ups and downs of both boxing and personal struggles. More than just a trainer, Ford has acted as a father figure and mentor, offering the support and stability Davis has needed throughout his journey.
Oh, watching him in camp, it scares me. You know what I'm saying? Because the things that he's doing and his maturity, how would you say them great ones that can read the field real good. So when he get in that ring, I watched him listen to people conversation, listen to what's going on, and he's real.
Given the strong bond between Tank and Calvin Ford, many believe the feud between Davis and Floyd Mayweather may be at the heart of the tension between Ford and Mayweather. Davis has accused Mayweather of trying to sabotage his career. What started as a mentor-mentee relationship began to fall apart as Davis became more independent and successful. In a recent outburst, Davis claimed that Mayweather kicked him out of his gym while he was training for the Ryan Garcia fight and accused him of being disloyal and jealous.
Say, man, look, man. Your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the fight happen, man. Come on.
Shakur Stevenson, never one to stay quiet, recently shared his take on the growing tension between GervontaDavis and Floyd Mayweather Jr. He suggested that there's more happening behind the scenes than people realize, hinting that Davis may feel overshadowed by Mayweather's legendary status and is determined to build his own identity. Stevenson believes Davis is striving for independence and wants recognition outside of Mayweather's influence. Speaking on the potential rematch between Davis and Lamont Roach, Stevenson said it could be a tough fight for Davis. Having sparred with Roach himself, Shakur understands Roach's unique rhythm and unpredictable style. He believes Roach's awkward angles and slick counterpunching could throw Davis off and pose serious challenges inside the ring.
What does the rematch look like between Lamont and Gervonta, you think?
I like Lamont in the rematch.
You were one of the few that kind of picked Lamont to begin with. Why was that?
I sparred with Lamont. I knew that he was a good fighter. He helped me get ready for the Oscar Valdez fight. And I knew his style, with Tank's style, what he was going to be able to bring to the table. I knew it. So,
did you really win 20 rounds?
I swear to God, on my daughter's life, I won that much money.
How different does a rematch look in your opinion, Shakur? What adjustments do you think we see from both?
Huh?
What adjustments do we see from both in a rematch?
I think I can't tell you game plans. I could be fighting these guys, so I'm gonna keep my secrets to myself. But truthfully, they both good fighters.
Do you think it's a lot different rematch, or do you think it'll be close again?
It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
How did you see Tank in that fight? A lot of people are saying maybe he's just mentally not there. What did you see?
Nah, he was the same Tank. I don't believe that. I don't got no thought in my brain that makes me think that he wasn't the person he been in all of these other fights. I think he was the same person. All this stuff that he going through stuff. I mean, everybody go through stuff. So he's the same fighter. He's going to be the same fighter throughout his career. So.
Ryan Garcia recently added more fuel to the fire by claiming that the real reason behind the tension between GervontaDavis and Floyd Mayweather is personal. According to Garcia, Davis was allegedly involved with Mayweather's daughter, Yaya, a situation that reportedly caused serious friction between Davis and Mayweather. Garcia stated that this is common knowledge within their inner circle and believes it's a key reason for their ongoing issues. He also made a controversial accusation against Davis, suggesting he is gay and claiming to have texts from a girl as supposed proof. These statements have stirred even more drama around an already heated feud.
You're out here.
GervontaDavis is gay.
Allegedly.
No, but that's okay. If say Gervonta, right? Because I've heard stories. Gervonta told me that she put her fingers in his.
Recently, GervontaDavis revealed that he's thinking about stepping away from boxing to focus on his mental health and personal growth. He admitted that the sport has built a level of aggression in him that he no longer wants to carry, especially now as a father of 2 daughters. Davis shared, "I want to do therapy. I want everything out of me, so I'll never think about fighting again." His words show a clear shift in priorities, as he now aims to grow into a calmer, more balanced person outside the ring, putting therapy and self-improvement ahead of his boxing career.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things.
However, Tank Davis has made it clear that before walking away from boxing, he wants to face certain opponents. This shows that, despite talking about retirement, he still has big fights on his radar. If those matchups happen, they could be defining moments that solidify his legacy as one of the top fighters of his generation.
So realistically, how much longer do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think?
It depends. I got some people I want to get.
Like who?
I don't want to say their names, but...
Just say yes or no. Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Teofimo?
Yes. Not really so much to Teofimo.
Not so much. How come?
Cause it's like, I don't know. He ain't really like. I mean, if the fight like prevents itself, then yeah. But other than that,
it's not on your list.
Yeah, it's not on my. He's not.
Kambosos? No. Is there anyone I'm missing, or is that it?
Yeah, but I don't want to say his name.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another.
For Roach, the rematch is a chance to firmly establish himself in the boxing world. After their first fight, he voiced his belief that his performance against a top-tier opponent like Davis earned him a place in the pound-for-pound rankings. Roach's confidence has been clear on social media, where he's interacted with both fans and critics, and even thrown out big-money bet offers on the outcome of the rematch.
I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take it?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July.
Roberto Diaz, advisor to Lamont Roach Jr., acknowledged that facing GervontaDavis is a tough challenge, calling him one of the top fighters in the world. He praised Davis's strong record and knockout power, but also showed confidence in Roach's skills. Diaz pointed to Roach's deep experience, solid amateur background, and the progress he's made since their last fight. He believes that Roach's knowledge of Davis and his growth as a boxer could be key factors in a potential rematch.
All right, Brandon Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with Roberto Diaz. Roberto, good to see you as always.
Likewise, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, for sure. You're part of Lamont Roach's camp. Well, what's your official role with Lamont
I'm an
Roach?
advisor for him.
Okay, so you guide him on how to make certain decisions?
Correct.
Okay.
We've been together for many years since his pro debut back in the days at Golden Boy. And after we both parted ways, we hooked up.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting because, you know, now that you guys are not with Golden Boy, you're still together. So
absolutely,
you guys must have had a good relationship when you were at Golden Boy.
Always had a good relationship with him and his father. And obviously I'm honored and just, you know, honored to be a part of him. And when I got the call to continue working with him, it was a no-brainer for me.
Okay. A lot of the boxing media and the boxing fans are overlooking Lamont Roach, and they're angry that Tank isn't getting fights against Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, these kind of guys. But what can you, from someone that's been with him from the beginning, what can you say about the talent level of Lamont Roach?
I don't blame the fans, but it's a little bit of the unknown for them. It's a little bit of they don't know who he is. On Saturday night, they're going to know who he is. They're going to respect him, and they're going to become fans. One thing about Lamont is he fought all the styles. The kid has the talent. The kid has the want, but he's never had the opportunity to be on this type of stage. Now it is. Now it's on him. He's put in the work. The talent's there. The hunger's there. He knows what a win means. And here's where it's important. The fans are okay not to know because until they are introduced, like they know who Shakur is, they know who these other guys is. They'll know on Saturday. But most importantly, Tank knows what he's facing because he brought in two of the best trainers.
According to Lamont Roach's coach, GervontaDavis's performance in their first fight may have caught the public off guard, but it didn't surprise their team. He explained that they had studied Davis closely and were well prepared for his style. Roach's camp came into the fight with a clear game plan and strong confidence, not just from training, but from knowing that Roach had the skill and composure to stick to the strategy and perform under pressure.
Dr. News fight fans, big news in the boxing world. Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach Jr. are gearing up for a rematch that's got everyone talking. Remember their controversial draw back in March? Well, they're running it back. That 9th round knee drop by Davis that wasn't called, it's still causing buzz. Now, these lightweight titans are set to settle the score on August 16th in Vegas. But here's the kicker. Shakur Stevenson, the WBC champ, is warning Davis it's a dangerous move. He says Tank better bring his A game or things could go south. With both fighters hungry to prove themselves, this rematch is shaping up to be an absolute fireworks show. Who you got, Tank or Roach? Drop your predictions below.
Certainly. Could you please clarify what you mean by KM? Are you referring to a distance or step-by-step instructions, like kilometers, or is it shorthand for something else? Let me know, and I'll be happy to help.